Demon World. Demon World is the 9th demon ever released in the game, created by Super Hexagon, and it was likely hacked, simply because it was too hard for its time, even though it is a medium demon in today's standards. Remember that we are talking about late 2013, where Geometry Dash came out only a few months ago, so everyone was just kinda bad at the game. And we are talking about an era when GD was only available on mobile, so the game was even harder. Also, Demon World used to have a secret way around 43%, but that secret way would lead the player to a straight fly, which interestingly was the first ever straight fly made in a level. That time was also the time where a player was the closest to 100%ing the game. The OG player PissMC only had Demon World left to complete every single rated level in the game, but unfortunately he didn't do it because the level was simply too hard. Stereo Demoness. Originally hack verified by Majako in February 2014. This level was one of the first to have crafted art pieces and structures, and although they were simple, they inspired more complex structures in later updates. Stereo Demoness was considered impossible when released in 1.5, but in 1.8, Majako updated and nerfed some of his levels. Back on Mountain, Apologeist, Triangle Out, and Stereo Demoness itself, where it was downgraded from an extreme demon to an insane demon. The first legitimate victor of the nerfed version was Crack, and the first victor of the unnerfed version was PG Dillon after more than 7 years since its release. Silent Club. Created in 1.5 by Play, also known as Black P2S Full, this level is the one that started the silent trend, which consists of impossible/extremely hard levels. The level was published on April 1st, 2014, suggesting an elaborate April Fool's joke, and RobTop ended up rating it later. It was the first demon to be at number 1 in the early era of the demon list back in 2014. Its supposed victor was Seri, which claimed to beat it only one day after it was released, even before it was rated. But that ended up being false, since Seri would be exposed as a hacker in the future. After almost 6.5 years later, Luquilizer verified the unnerfed version in October 2020. He accomplished this on the 1.9 Geometry Dash private server, since the unnerfed version did not work in 2.1 due to broken layered orbs. In early April of 2021, he verified it once more in the original servers in a fixed version, which ended up getting rated. Ice Carbon Diablo X. Commonly abbreviated as ICDX, it was created and hack verified by Roadbos in May 2014 in version 1.6. It's a remake of Roadbos' old level Ice Carbon Demon X, and the final level from the Ice Carbon trilogy after Ice Carbon Zust and Ice Carbon Chaos. ICDX kept unbeaten for more than a year until May 2015 when Riot was the first victor of it. A fun fact is that Roadbos, aka Road Killer, recently beat ICDX legitimately for the first time in August 2015, 11 years after verifying it with hacks. Definitely the longest verification in GD history. Cataclysm. Created by G-Boy in December 2014, Cataclysm was the first level to popularize the black and red style for Hell Demons. G-Boy allegedly invested around 80,000 attempts to verify the level, but was unable to beat it, resorting to hacking to verify it. This is when the race to beat Cataclysm started. Many players claimed to beat it with video footage like Zoro Z, Zet, Lyra Bandicoot, and Cyclic. However, they later confessed to hacking it after many suspicions. Cataclysm's first official victor was the OG player Gyron in May 2015. A year after its initial release in Update 2.0, G-Boy updated Cataclysm with buffs, a coin update, and new decorated sections in the level. Riot legitimately verified the update in January 2016. Future Demoness. Another level created by Majako, published in July 2015 in 1.9, but it was once again nerfed by him due to allegations of him hack verifying the level. Future Demoness's original song was The Quick and the Dead by Rude Brat, but it got removed from Newgrounds due to copyright, so Majako replaced it with Supernova by Xtruler so it could be rated again, but because of that, the level is not accurately synced with the song. The first victor of the nerfed version was Koreaquer in August 2015, and the first victor of the unnerfed version was Atomic in October 2016. Sonic Wave. Created in 1.9 by Cyclic in June 2015, Cyclic had the goal to create the hardest thing the game has ever seen, because he already planned to quit the game before. He made what is known as Old Sonic Wave, a light blue 9 circles, which was by far the hardest level at the time. The level ended up not rated because Cyclic claimed to not have the footage for the verification, just cutted runs. So because of that, a month later, Cyclic deleted that level and reworked Sonic Wave. He made it dark blue instead and buffed it even more. This time, he had a verification video, so the level was rated for about 2 weeks. Some people accused Cyclic of hacking, so in response, he replaced the level with a Back on Track remake known commonly as Cyclic on Track. Sonic Wave was unrated, and shortly after, Cyclic confessed he hacked every single one of his achievements in the game, quit Geometry Dash, and deleted his YouTube channel. After all of that, a race to beat Sonic Wave began, so many top players were invested in being the verifier of the level, with the most infamous fail being Mafiwi's 98%. No! Until finally, in November 2016, Sunix beat it, and the level was finally re-rated on his account. Fexty. After Cyclic's dark blue Sonic Wave was unrated, Fexty became the top 1 demon, created and hack verified in July 2015 by Ozpectro. It became top 1 in August 2015 and was unrated in September 2015 after Ozpectro confessed that he hacked the level. Ozpectro would upload a nerfed version of the level that was around insane demon difficulty, but RobTop never re-rated it. In October 2016, almost a year later, Skyjax verified the unnerfed version, which was only rated a year and a half later in February 2018 when the level started to gain more popularity. Phobos. Phobos began as a mega collaboration hosted by GMT Sean. He posted it in a Geometry Dash Facebook group back in April 2015. It was built between 1.9 and 2.0, and when it was finally done, they struggled a lot to find someone to verify it. Even the unbuilders tried to beat it, and in November 2015, Tigrisec claimed that he verified it. The level was published and featured almost immediately. Many suspicions came towards him, especially with the speed he did it. So when he was about to get exposed, he decided to update the level with a free version and the message, "Have fun. Sorry for hacking this. We, the Phobos team, wanted it to be out as fast as possible. And it all went wrong. Once again, sorry." Tigrisec changed his mind and returned the level, this time in a nerfed version. The level remained rated, but later on it got unrated and was deleted from the servers. Months later, in May 2016, Carmel, known as CrazyMan50 at the time, would take the project and verify Tigrisec's nerfed version where it got rated again. Stormfly became the first legitimate victor of the original unnerfed version of Phobos in April of 2021, 6 years later. Athanatos. Created in November 2016 by Xenity, Herzillo, and Galo, it was claimed to be verified by Aurorus after 40,000 attempts. Later, it was proven that its verification was hacked. Despite that, the level remained rated on Xenity's account. Sunix was the first legitimate victor of it in the same month, and later, the level was update verified by Xavier in November 2021, after exactly 5 years. The Janus Miracle. Created in Update 1.7 by Megadeer, it became top 1 for a very short time when it was suddenly updated in July 2017. The level was made so much harder and inconsistent, and it was definitely hacked by its creator. Days later, the level was reverted back to its original version. For a long time, the Janus Miracle was considered the easiest extreme demon until it was re-rated to an insane demon. Utopian Delusions. Before talking about Utopian Delusions, we need to talk about the original name of the level, The Last Phantasm. It was a mega collab inspired by a bizarre phantasm by Team N2, built during 2.0 and publicly finished in 2.1. Interestingly, instead of being uploaded as a new level, it replaced a rated medium demon called Utopian Delusions, a 2.0/2.1 core style level that was later re-uploaded in another account. Before becoming the last phantasm, the same level ID of the original Utopian delusions was even hack updated into a free 10-star level. Years later, the player Sashaz verified it in a version that fixed the level, but it was never rated. Battle of the Shades. Battle of the Shades was originally uploaded in October 2015, created by GD Virus. It was just another average rated demon level, but it ended up receiving some negative feedback due to its decoration not being the best. In response, Virus thought it was a good idea to just update the level entirely with a new song, gameplay, difficulty, and decoration. This would be known as the Phase 2 of the level. Then, once again, Virus decided to completely update the level. This time, it was a level with 1.0 decoration and an insanely hard difficulty, which was probably worthy of being the top 1 at the time. But the thing is, it was clearly hack verified since Virus was not a top player, which made the level get banned from the demon list, but RopTop still didn't unrate it, probably because he wasn't aware of it. This created huge drama in the community if creators should be allowed to update their levels after they were rated, and a big part of the community was against Virus. Phase 3 also created a mini race to beat the level between skilled players at the time. Phase 4 was shortly released after Phase 3, which was just an undecorated layout. But what screwed Virus was the fact that the level had a secret way. It was a planned secret way which was supposed to kill you at the end, but with a well-timed jump, you could go over it and complete it basically for free. The level was quickly updated to fix it, but it was too late. RopTop unrated the level right after. When the level got unrated, Virus updated to a level with a 1.5 minute poem, and finally, at last, Phase 5 was uploaded in early 2023. It contains a very glitchy decoration, and it's the hardest of all phases, most likely impossible and probably will never be beaten. Metaman RB was the first victor of Phase 3 in December 2018. Zodiac, a mega collaboration organized in 2017 by Bionox. The level went through multiple verifiers that dropped the level until Xander supposedly verified it after 60,000 attempts in January 2019. But 5 months later, in June, he confessed to hacking the level, making Technical the verifier since he was the first one to beat it on April 9th, 2019, which put him on the map as the best player in Geometry Dash at the time. On May 21st, 2024, the original unnerfed version of Zodiac was verified by the player Nebnoob after 179,000 attempts. Slaughterhouse. Created by Iced Cave and finished in 2021, it was heavily inspired by his old impossible level, also named Slaughterhouse. The level went through multiple verifiers, but due to a lot of them dropping the level, Iced Cave decided to make the verification a race, buffing the level even more. Top players such as Zanny, Trick, and Photonic participated in it, but in October 2021, the top 1 player, Space UK, was the one that verified it. To much of the community's surprise, in April 2023, 1.5 years later, Space UK was exposed for hacking all of his achievements, including his Slaughterhouse verification. Doggy, who was the first victor of the level after beating it in December 2021, was crowned as the verifier.